We are back at it for another 18 holes of unspecial golf at Moore Park Country Club. Today I'm really going to try to focus in on my mental game. I'm going to hit, good shots and bad shots like this one. But I'll live with those. Those are to be fixed on the range, not on the course. But I feel like the mental aspect is something that you could only get better at on the course. I end up in the bunker here and I managed to hit a pretty good shot out of there for about 6 foot for a par save. And I got robbed. I got robbed here, but I hit a good putt. It just didn't go in. What are you going to do?
Jeez.
On the next hole, I am trying to avoid the right side, and I go too far left, which I thought would be in the bunker, but I caught a bit of a break.
Bunker?
And managed to stay out of it. From here, I hit a good wedge shot into the green for a lengthy par putt. I don't know, 30 feet. But I do manage to hit a good lag. Had a chance to go in if I hit it a little bit harder, but I won't complain about a tap-in par, which I convert there. The next hole is a par 3 with wind on my back. I was really afraid of going too far here because it's a bad spot, but I managed to hit a good shot pin high, and it was really windy today. And it affected this putt, making it go further down the hole and further left than I had anticipated. And even push this putt offline. So make a mental note of that next time I feel a lot of wind on the green. Here I hit a pretty good driver that was pushed and ended up in the fairway bunker, which I never practice these, and I'm really bad at fairway bunkers. But I managed to get this one out in a good spot, and I have 150 into the green with hurting wind. I hit a pretty good iron shot here and end up for about, 18, 20 feet here. And just theme of the day here is short putts, and luckily I managed to convert that one. Next hole, I hit pretty good drive, felt really good, and I end up in a really good spot here for my approach shot. I got a wedge into this hole, which is a bit uphill, and managed to hit a pretty good one, probably about 8 feet. I have a really good feel for this putt. I thought this was going to turn a little bit more left than it did. But I'll live with that. Hit a good putt, didn't go in. Next shot here, I hit my line, and unfortunately it just didn't roll out into the fairway and got stuck on this hard pan with a really tight lie, causing me to hit one just way too hard and way too far. And I compound the mistakes by hitting a really cute one here, being short-sighted. But I end up well short and have to hit a pretty good chip shot here to escape with a bogey. So that's what I did. Managed to tap this one in. The next hole is another windy hole with wind on my back that really pushed my ball further than I expected it to, and I end up in the dry rough here, causing me to put a weird swing on it, and I thought this was just thin and gone, but I catch a break and ended up pin high, well left, but I'll take that for what I thought was a horrible miss. Again, theme of the day, short putt. But this one I do account for the wind. As you can see, it just pushes it into the hole at the end there. So a good putt there to save my par. Here, wind on my back, I had to hit a pretty hard pitching wedge onto the left side of the green, which is a good spot because everything rolls down from there. And I had this for about 7 feet for a bird, which I managed to convert. Next hole, doesn't look it, but I hit a sky ball, and it didn't go very far. And I ended up here, which this is where I hit it from. I missed a shot, but here's my third. I hit it really fat. I thought it would be short, but I managed to get most of it and end up pin high. I hit a really good putt, I thought, but at the end it just turns out. I thought I had that, but I didn't, and I end up with a tap-in par. Next hole, I hit a good 3-wood down the middle and proceed to hit a really poor wedge shot. You know, right side is out, and I just cheated too much on the left side. And I end up on a slope above the hill in the rough, which is nearly impossible to get close. I hit it where I wanted it to. It just rolled out as I expected, just down the hill. And I have this to save my par, and I had the line perfect, but again, short. I walk away with a bogey there, which, you know, I'll take my medicine. Next hole, I hit a good drive. You want to stay away from the left side, and I was flirting with disaster there. If you get into the rough, it's likely to roll out of bounds, but I stay up. I hit what I thought was a really good wedge. Maybe I didn't count for the slope enough, but I come up pretty short. I'd say about 30 feet. And to no surprise, this comes up well short. Probably about another 7-footer. But I hit a good putt here and saved my par. Next hole, wind to my back, and I hit a really good drive. And the next shot is 240 to the hole, but you got to lay up. There's like a ravine in the middle, and I don't know why this went so far, but it trickles out way more than I had hoped for, and I end up with a weird lie, and I'm in between clubs, and I just hit a horrible shot, which was a skull for my first mental mistake of the day. Take a drop shot here, but recover with a good chip shot to about 4 feet, which I convert for a bogey save there. Next hole, the hole is well below. I couldn't get in the shot, but I'm begging for this to go longer and more right, which of course means I ended up short and to the left. Here, I avoid a bit of a disaster. I should have chipped this. I don't typically putt through the long stuff like that, but fortunately, I put a good stroke on this and save my par. The next hole, longest and hardest of the course. I actually struck this really well, but it did leak a little right, and it went out of bounds. Here's where I took my drop shot. I again missed this, and I hit a hybrid down the hill, almost to the green. I had that chip, which went a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but I have this for a par save, which I thought was going in, but I didn't deserve it based on how I played that hole. So I'll take my medicine there again with a bogey. This next hole, I'm in between. I took a little bit off of my hybrid, which of course makes my ball go left.
And that's what happens.
I end up in some thick, dry stuff with a horrible lie, and I have to just chunk this out, and just rolled out more than I had hoped for. But I do have a putt to save par here, and this one was really slippery. It rolled just pretty far down the hill, and I end up with a tester here to save bogey, which I managed to make. The next hole, I don't know what it was. It felt horrible. I must have healed it pretty badly, but technology here to save the day. It went straight and pretty far, and I take advantage of the opportunity by hitting a horrible 3-wood, which ends up to about where I would have laid up, so not a horrible result. And I hit this next shot great, ended up pin high, and it rolled all the way back, which really frustrated me and got me to hit this bad putt. And for another mental mistake here, I just walk up and hit the ball. I should have reset, And I missed a short one. So totally avoidable, and I messed one up there. But I follow that up with a bad shot here with the hybrid. It actually bounced off the cart path there. And I end up with a chance. I was into the wind here, and if you're short, you're dead. So I took a little bit extra and managed to hit a really good shot for this birdie putt. I knew this was low. I just knew it the whole way, and I should have reset here, and I didn't.
I knew I was low.
Which caused me to hit a bad putt, causing me to hit another bad putt for just an unforced 3-putt there. So another mental mistake. Here on the tee, I thought there was wind, and I don't know why I clubbed up like 3 clubs too much. To no surprise, I end up nuking this, and I'm about 20, 30 yards past the hole. I chipped this to exactly where I wanted, but there's no saving it from being short-sided. I have a comebacker here for probably about 25 feet. I hit a good putt, but I take a bogey on the last hole. I end up just falling off the rails towards the end, finishing with 5 consecutive bogeys for an 81, 9 over. You know, I had some bad 3-putts, one of them from the wind and one of them from a result of a mental mistake. You know, that happens. Penalty shots, those are not what I wanted to do, but that's corrected on the range. So I'll be working on those. But the mental mistakes, I had too many, and that led me to, most of the bogeys coming in. But there were some positives. I did manage to stay double bogey free, and I made a lot of medium length putts, 4 to 8 footers that, I converted for some pars or saved me from disaster. So that's another positive to take from this round. But ultimately, I still got to work on correcting those mental mistakes, like I said, that only come from playing and taking mental note of and trying to improve next time. So that's my round today. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.